What's up, guys? It's your boy CV Plays, aka Cam. I am here with NXT Thunder, Young Bucks versus FTR, Killer Cross versus Roderick Strong, Charlotte Flair in action. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff happening on tonight's show. Hopefully it's one of our better ones. So let's get into the show. So we kick off the show with the Killer Cross Roderick Strong match. In a good match, Killer Cross defeated Roderick Strong in a backwards brawl match in 14-18 by pinfall. Killer Cross 78, Roderick Strong 69. Scarlett Bordeaux did some good work at ringside. The industry production value added to the cinematic style of the match, but the approach of the cinematic style backfired, and the match was a mess. So yeah, I think 72 was being a little bit being a little strict on there. I thought that could have been at least a 74. But, yeah, I tried to look for a parking lot brawl, but it was no parking lot brawl at all in my database. I probably could have added it from others, but I said, I got cinematic style matches, and I haven't done one in the save. So I said, let me go ahead and do that. Yeah, ended up kind of I won't say it's a bust, but I don't think I would do that. I should have just went for a straight match. Probably could have been better, but 72 rated match, but still good. 78. Okay, so Ciampa grabs Aaron Solo, who's in the crowd for the show. You know how talent for AEW are just in the crowd. That's what I want to do for NXT. When a person's not in the ring, they could possibly be in the crowd. I think that adds a nice element to the show. But Aaron Solo's in the crowd, but Ciampa grabs him and throws him into the ring. Ciampa slams Aaron into the steel steps and then gives him a fairy tale ending on them. And Ciampa says he loves the mind games, but he wants to fight. Aleister Black comes out in the black suit from the entranceway, and Trish tells Black to stop it. She knows where this is going. She knows how much these two hate each other. And she says both men can have each other at Bash at the Beach. So another match confirmed. I'm pretty sure it was already set in stone because these two men they can't wait to get their hands on each other, but they don't have to wait at a month's time to really have it in a match. But Aleister Black, Tommaso Ciampa, NXT Bash at the Beach. 63, okay, pretty good. So Kathy Kelly interviews Toni Storm. Toni tells Kathy that she's pissed off. She wants Rhea Ripley so bad, but they're on different brands. She can't deal with Rhea until she handles Scarlett. Toni says she's tired of people thinking that she's just an easy target. A few months ago, she challenged for the IC title. She challenged for the women's IC title a few months ago. Storm says she knows Scarlett wants to make a name of what Toni created. And Toni says she'll give Scarlett her 10 minutes of fame, but it's all going down the drain in 3 seconds. 53. So Brian Cage defeated Mansoor in 5-16 by pinfall with pump handle facebuster. Brian Cage 65, Mansoor 45. 75, okay, really good. So Big Show comes out and gets in the face of Brian Cage. Big Show and Brian Cage stand nose to nose, and Cage tries to lift up Big Show for the F5 like he did last week. But Big Show gets out of the hole and chops Cage in the chest, sending him down to the ground, and Cage rolls out the ring, but he wants to get back in, but Ricky Starks comes out and holds Cage back and says Show isn't worth it right now. You could fight him another day. So it looks like Big Show and Brian Cage, their issues are far from over. It's just getting started. 66. So Olivia Gomez and Bandito are in Mexico. Olivia says she took Bandito to his past so he could elevate himself to the present, so he could elevate his future. Olivia says Bandito will be there next week, and she's calling Mexico's finest. Actually, she's calling San Diego's finest. Hint, hint. You see, they got word that next week will be called NXT Super Show. Legends will appear and dream matches will happen. So they want the legend Rey Mysterio Jr. to answer the call. So yes, we'll be having a supersized edition of NXT Thunder. So yeah, since we're having Dragon Lee versus Trey Miguel on Inferno, I think we should do a super show here on Thunder. So we'll be having legends coming in and dream matches will happen. Could we possibly be getting Bandito versus Rey Mysterio Jr.? And with what I got planned, it's not even going to be the main event. Probably co-main. 62. Candice LeRae defeated Ashley Vox in 13-24 by pinfall of the Bossplex. Candice LeRae, her performances have been improving every time she steps out there, and I'm happy about that. Candice LeRae 64, Ashley Vox 49. 64. So Camille grabs Ashley Vox and powerbombs her on the ramp, and Candice LeRae is in the golden ticket ladder match. Kaylee Ray comes down the rampway past past Ashley Vox, who was just taken out, and Kaylee said she thanks Candice for going to war with her. But now it's time for her to ascend into superstardom and win the golden ticket. And Candice LeRae decks Kaylee Ray in the jaw and sends her down on the floor. And Candice LeRae says, "Every woman for herself." So yeah, looks like Candice LeRae is doing the right thing, and it's every woman for herself. So, yep. So we have Candice LeRae and Kaylee Ray in the golden ticket qualifier, and I'm extending the match to 4 people. So, yeah, I got some surprises in there. Well, one surprise. You'll see who that is on the Super Show. No spoilers on who it is. But, yes, Candice LeRae and Ashley Vox were supposed to have a little program, but right when I called Ashley Vox up and to have a program with Candice LeRae, she got pregnant, and she'll be out for a year. Because I tried, she's going to be out a year for maternity leave. So, yeah, that was kind of inconvenient. But, hey, what can you do? You got to pivot. This is wrestling. Things happen. So, I'm not mad at it. But Candice LeRae and Kaylee Ray looks like they're going to have an issue since Candice LeRae just went ahead and decked Kaylee Ray in the jaw. 82. So Finn Balor appears with Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly in the parking lot, and all 3 men are decked out in Bullet Club shirts and shades. And Finn tells Killer Kross that this will end between them at Bash at the Beach. Balor tells Kross that just because he beat Oldberg doesn't mean he can face the Prince. Finn tells Kross that he'll be sorry that he ever came back from suspension and attacked him. And Balor points the guns at the camera, and Balor Club leaves. 80. Okay, pretty good. So Bianca Belair is in the ring, and she says she saw the comments on Twitter, and some people think what she did was stupid to put herself in more danger of losing the title instead of having a one-on-one match, making it a triple threat. Bianca says she knows, and she doesn't care. Bianca says it's about being the EST of NXT. That means fighting the best and beating the best on a consistent basis. Bianca says she'll knock down 2 great challengers in one match. Dakota comes out with Raquel, and Dakota says she respects Bianca, but Belair is not going to beat the captain of Team Kick. Dakota says she's the best form of her life. She just beat Charlotte, and that's bad news for the EST. Dakota says she'll beat the EST with the 1, 2, 3. And Thunder Rosa appears on the screen, and Rosa says she's beaten Legend before in Gail Kim, and she's beaten some of this division's best in Allison Kay. And Rosa says she's not walking out the Bash without the gold. So, yep, all 3 women have a strong will to win. Whose will be the strongest? 64, Damian Priest defeated Jake Atlas in 643 by pinfall of the South of Heaven. Damian Priest, 58, Jake Atlas, who's in FSW. Might have to call him back up to the main roster with the 50. But, yeah, Jake Atlas is in FSW. He's been getting really popular, so I really don't want to take him out that situation. But if I do need somebody to be on the roster, I will call him up. But Damian Priest, his ratings have been getting better. 68, 67. So Damian Priest talks to the hard cam and says that the open title will be infamous when he wins it from Tyler Breeze. So Damian Priest telling Tyler Breeze, hey, you beating Chris Bay? Nah, I want a shot at the open weight title. 63. So Deanna cuts a promo saying that Allison Kay nearly concussed her and could have ended her career. And Deanna says this business is her passion, and Kay almost took that away from her. Deanna says she's not going to take Allison's Kay. Oh, my bad. But Deanna says she's going to take Allison's career away from her since you tried to end hers. And Allison Kay's in the crowd chuckling and eating popcorn, listening to Deanna cut a passionate promo. And Kay leaves, but not without pouring the popcorn on a security guard and she throws him into a wall. So Allison Kay, being the unhinged psycho that she is, she attacked the security guard. I don't know if she'll be punished for that, but Deanna Purrazzo is on the warpath for Allison Kay. 80. Ladies and gentlemen, that's one of the best matches of the series so far. Not the best match, but one of the. Charlotte Flair is awesome. In a good match, Charlotte Flair defeated Death Yamasan at 10:35 by submission with a figure 8 leg lock. Charlotte 90, the most over person in the company. Well, one of the most over people in the company. The most over active person in the company right now. Death Yamasan 55. 81, only 81. Cool. But Charlotte taps the microphone and says, Ivelisse, it looks like I found my next program, honey. And it's interesting. Me and Yumi Ivelisse trying to go after the quote-unquote baddest woman on the planet. It's good. But but it needs Charlotte Flair. Ronda Rousey comes out and she says she doesn't like Flair sticking her nose where it doesn't belong. And Flair says, "This is my show. Wherever I go," Flair says, "Wherever I go, I want." What? What does that mean? But Flair says, "This is my show. I can go wherever I want to without anyone saying, without." Okay, Charlotte Flair says, "I can go wherever I want without anyone's approval or if they like it or not." And Ronda gives Flair a warning saying, "Stay out of her way or she's going to break Flair's arm." So yeah, man, that's a little confusing what I said there. But yeah, 81 is really good. And it looks like we got a little tension between Charlotte Flair and Ronda Rousey. But we'll see what happens there. But they do have a common enemy right now in the head baddies in charge. Can they overcome those differences and possibly team up? Can they coexist? Wink, wink, WWE. 53, Division defeated Alexander Jessic and Kobe Carino in 12:46 with Matt Sydal pin Kobe Carino with a corkscrew moonsault. Matt Sydal, 67, Mike, 46, who's getting better. Alexander Jessic, 48, and Kobe Carino, 50. 81. So Johnny Gargano comes out and says he should be the one facing Chad Gable at the Bash, but Ricky Starks took that from him. And Johnny Warren starts to watch his back because the next time he sees him, his head will roll off his shoulders. Johnny drops the mic and does the NXT for life sign in the air. So it looks like Johnny Gargano he has his eyes on Ricky Starks. So Ricky Starks better watch out. Not only is Brian Cage and Ricky Starks dealing with the Big Show, but they got to deal with Johnny Wrestling now. 51, Rosario defeated Bear Bronson by submission. 52 for Rosario, 42 for Bear Bronson. 77. So Chad Gable comes out. He says he loves fighting for this NXT championship because it proves that he is the best in NXT. It proves that the best in NXT is coming after him. Goodness, can I talk? And Gable says Bronson has been on a hot streak, but that comes to an end at a month's time. Chad Gable says he doesn't plan on losing this title, and it clearly won't be at Bash at the Beach. Bronson Reed comes out. He says 14 years. 14 years of hard work is about to come into fruition. 14 years of dedication to this business will be validated by winning that belt. Reed says he is no longer a bench player. He is the franchise player. He will squash Gable to win that belt. And Chad tells Bronson to bring his all, because it still won't be enough to be the best wrestling machine. 66. So the Young Bucks are backstage walking to the locker room when they run into MSK. And Young Bucks tell MSK that they're the future of tag team wrestling. Desmond tells Nick thanks for the compliment, and Matt says when they beat FTR here tonight, that MSK will be the first ones to get a crack at the NXT tag belts. So yeah, it looks like, I won't call them the Young Bucks, the old generation, but they're the present and MSK is the future. And you have to recognize that, and that's a good way to get MSK over and tells the fans, hey, if the Young Bucks say they're good, maybe we should start taking them seriously. And MSK is a really good team, and Young Bucks right now are in better form, but that doesn't mean that MSK can get there one day. 72, okay. In a decent match, Isaiah Swerve Scott defeated David Richards in 14:49 by pinfall at the handspring back elbow. Isaiah Swerve Scott, 79. Man's kicking on great ratings. David Richards, 62. Interesting what happens here. So Swerve wins the match over David Richards. Swerve tries to shake David's hand, but David, in the shocking turn of events, low blows Swerve, and David has joined the dark side. Eddie Edwards comes down and both men beat down Isaiah Swerve Scott. Eddie gives Swerve a Boston knee party. The crowd booed David and Eddie as both men head up the rampway, giving off a devilish smirk. So yeah, the Hunters kind of got a little stale for me as faces. Let's be honest, they lost to MSK, they lost to FTR. Did they lose to the Guitar Heroes? I'm not sure, but I think they're better as heels. You see their presentation with Impact, that they was walking down with the suits. I like that presentation. I want to bring that back. I said, let's see what I could do with the Hunters. And I think them becoming heels. And they said that in an interview that something has to change. And it looks like they're going to get an attitude change. So yeah, I knew that they were going to be turning heel a couple weeks in game ago. And probably in real life too. So yeah, I think it's good for Swerve since he's going to be coming after the Hunters. And we'll see what comes of it. But I'm liking where this is heading already. 73. And is our match coming up next? Okay, here we go. I'm really excited for this. So FTR make their entrance with the NXT tag belts around their waist. Then the Young Bucks make their entrance with the AEW tag belts around their waist. Both teams are in the ring and are given introductions for this dream match. So yeah, I've been building this up for about 3 weeks. Well, yeah, about for 2 weeks. And I hope that is great. I want to get a blue rating, but I'm going to say 84. 79. Okay, that's still good. In a good match, FTR defeated the Young Bucks in 26-17 with Casual defeated Matt Jackson with the Shatter Machine. So FTR beat the Young Bucks, but most importantly, FTR makes defense number 6 of the NXT Tag Team titles. Dax Harwood 78, Cash Ruler 77, Matt Jackson 76, and Nick Jackson 77. So we have a dream match to close off the show. Both teams have great chemistry together. That's great. But FTR, well, I guess they proved that on this night they are better than the Young Bucks. And the show gets a 79. Okay, man, I was hoping for a blue rated match. But I can't complain. That was a really good match. So tell me what you thought down below. The recording wasn't the smoothest, but hopefully we can get better. I'm still getting used to this mic. So, yeah. So tell me what you thought down below. I will see you when I see you. Have a blessed one. Peace.